Morning folks, I'm back on the grassy beach like I was a couple of days ago hunting for sea trout. Today I'm out specifically with a view to testing the Glasgow Anglerfish Fisheagle Hunt lures. This is one of them here. It's basically a copy of the Savage Gear Seeker. So this is a 20 gram one, this is the equivalent Savage Gear one. Here, 23 gram. I think the only real noticeable difference is these little hot spots down here. I'm not sure how well they'll show on the camera, but otherwise they're very similar. The Fisheagle one's quite a bit smaller lengthwise for only being 3 grams lighter, which I actually think might be a good thing. But yeah, the plan is this morning go and give that a test. The spot that I was fishing at last time is already being used by somebody, which isn't a huge surprise. For some reason, that particular video's had like 2k views in just under 2 days, so it's not a surprise that somebody else has ended up down here. But yeah, we'll see how things go. Right, just started to go for my first cast. It's what, 20 to 11 in the morning. High tide is just before 12, so I've got an hour or so before slack water. Oh wow, those do cast quite well. The water's really clear. It's obviously nowhere near as choppy as it was the other time. We'll just see how things go. The bit I'm in just now is a bit more weedy, a bit shallower, which may actually be beneficial. It's just a case of trying to make sure the lure survives everything. What I didn't mention when I showed you the lures initially, I have changed the hook that comes with this one. It comes with a treble. I have swapped it out with a Mustad Hygie, I think it's called. Inline single in a size 1, if I remember correctly. Seems to have got a nice motion in the water, the lure. I will give it an initial thumbs up, because these lures are £2.85 each compared to the £5.99 for the Savage Gear ones. And yeah, the difference is minor, to say the least. However, I haven't caught anything on this one yet. Mind you, it wasn't the Savage Gear one that I caught on last time, but I have hooked into sea trout on the Savage Gear ones. So they do 3 or 4 different colours. I bought 3 of them when I ordered mine in. Keep moving. Yeah, move up a little bit and carry on. Just moved a tiny bit further upstream again. I'm basically just, not upstream, downstream actually. Just fishing as I go. There's a couple of things I wanted to try with this location, this area. Well, just with the sea trout fishing in the Tay Estuary in general, not this specific location. So I'm tempted to get the LRF gear out. I've got a 3 to 15 gram rod, and I think catching a trout on one of them would be amazing, because I've got a good few 12 gram type lures. which I think would work well. So I'm tempted to give that a go. As I mentioned when I came down here a couple of days ago, I do want to give fly fishing a go, but I don't know if it's going to be for this season or not. I think I might spend this season doing the spinning, just get to know the area, get to know what works, what doesn't, what locations are good, bad, so on and so forth. And another thing I'm tempted to do, which has absolutely nothing to do with fishing for sea trout here, is I'm tempted to change the name of my YouTube channel. Let's face it, it's called Fishing and Hiking in Scotland at the moment, and there's very little hiking. It's all about the fishing, which tends to be what the people watching prefer. It's building up a bit of a following, sort of. I've got like just under 150 subscribers now, which is more than expected when I do this primarily for myself. I basically do this as much for creating memories of my trips, rather than having masses and masses of photos and videos and random clips here, there and everywhere. By putting them into these short videos and put them on YouTube, I can have a look back at them at any time and remember what I was doing. But I'm more than happy that other people are keen to see what I'm doing and have an interest in it. And that's really quite heartwarming, actually. But yeah, I'm not doing very much hiking, particularly since I knackered my knee in January. I do want to get back into it, try to do some fishing at hill locks in particular. But yeah, I'm contemplating renaming the channel to something specifically fishing related. But that's still all on the to-do list. Right, yep, different lure. Okay, lure changed. This is another one of the Hunt ones. This is still 20 grams. This one's in the Silver Pearl, it's called. Quite a bright colour, so we'll see how that goes. Oh. Alright, I think I'm going to swap to the third colour that I've got. Let's see how we get on with that. Oh, right. Yeah, I think we're pretty much at slack water, but not happening so far. Just been chatting with a guy who's just decided to fish over this side for the first time ever. He normally fishes the other side of the water. And he says he's done alright so far this season. On the other side, first time fishing here, and that's because his pal had seen my last video. So that's quite nice. However, he's not caught anything and I've not caught anything today. I think it's just a case the fish ain't here today. That's fine though. Keep fishing. If you're no fishing, you're not going to catch. Alright, I'm going to move up to where I was last time. I'm also going to change to the black pearl one because it's so bright. I think, weirdly enough, the slightly darker lure might be a better option. See you shortly. Right, back where I was on Monday. Lure change back to the black pearl version of the Fisheagle Hunts. I was going to put on the same lure that I caught the other day on, but I genuinely want to see if I can catch on these, because I think they should be good for it. Just have to see how everything goes. I just think because they're half the price of the Savage Gear ones, they're absolutely worth a try. Let's see what cast the distance. Again, I can't comment on how crap or good the trebles that are on them were. They didn't seem massively good trebles, if I'm being honest. But I take them off as soon as I got them anyway. So, interestingly, the actual Savage Gear ones, they come with the single, but just on his last video, Nathan over at Slippy Limpets mentioned that he's lost more fish on the Savage Gear single hooks than any other, so he changes them out anyway. So I've never had a problem with them. That'll be a bit of weed. Oh, it's very different today compared to Monday. It's bright, it's sunny, it's lovely. It's, you know, all of the things it wasn't on Monday. Right, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. No fish this time, unless by some miracle it happens again like last time and I get a fish when I'm doing the outro. I don't think that's likely though. So yeah, calling it a day. Didn't catch any fish today, which is fine. Good test of these lures though, and absolutely going to keep trying them. Although unlike today, I don't plan on using them exclusively. I'm happy to switch them up with all my other lures. I've got a reasonable selection now of line through lures. I've got plenty of different sea trout based lures, so plenty of lures to choose from. These are just another weapon in the arsenal, but these are a cheap weapon in the arsenal, and that matters. That matters quite a bit actually. So yep, I'm going to call it a day. This is very much the last cast. I'm going to head home, got lots of housework to do, and yeah, spend the day doing that. Cool. If you like any of this content, as always, please do give us a like and a comment if you can, or better still, if you want to subscribe, that's also welcome. Cool, thank you very much.